Tea-baggers. If y'all don't do nothing else today, I need y'all to take y'all ass down there to the trenches of Bessemer and get Wanda. Child, prayers to everybody who ate those pig knuckle potatoes the other day at Wanda food truck opening. But it's causing a frizzy. It's causing a frizzy, friend. So remember yesterday I was telling y'all about what Anthony Lofty's had going on, the content creator who went down there to support her, production, yada, yada, yada. So he dropped a new video and I'll tell y'all what he said, you know, about what happened down there and how Wanda played in his face. But on top of that, tell me why it's some other YouTubers beefing out in the street and Wanda is the nucleus. Letitia, girl, tell OSHA that, ask OSHA, put OSHA on hold before you pay them fines and come get your mama. Exactly. Girl, he told us some tea about what was going to happen in the next few episodes of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Trish and Ken, they didn't got back together. She over there shade Marquez. Lexi said Chris Fletcher called her about her series that she got going on or whatever. So we're going to talk about that. I also watched Nene podcast, y'all. So I reposted this on my Instagram. I actually like her podcast a lot. I like it a lot better than her podcast that she's doing with Sierra. So she said she's still going to do the podcast with Sierra, right? But I like this one a lot better. I'm going to tell y'all what Nene had to say. It was really good to me. And then it's a whole bunch of Real Housewives of Atlanta tea going on. Dennis checking Drew low-key. Shamia out here giving us all of the tea about all of the things. She had a little shady something to say about Phaedra. And then we're going to talk about Tamar. Now, I noticed a lot of y'all who follow the Love and Marriage Huntsville stuff, maybe y'all don't follow a lot of other bloggers, but I'm not sure why a lot of people are not talking about this because a lot of the gay male content creators been talking about it because it hit a nerve, I think. Girl, so I'm going to tell y'all about Tamar and TS Madison. So welcome back, friend. Happy Friday. Exactly. Before I go out and do all of the things today, I was like, let me talk to my best friend real quick. And I told y'all while I'm on vacation since I've been abandoning y'all before every day. Before I have my first shot of reposado, I'm going to come talk to you, best friend. Exactly. Also, happy 314 day. So for those of y'all who don't know, St. Louis, our area code is 314. Exactly. So March 14th, today is 314 day. Exactly. Shout out to all of my St. Louis girlies. Exactly. I might do the big boy challenge. After I go to the beach, you know, get a little something in my system. Oh, big boy. Your best friend can dance anyway, but make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video. We finna talk a little shit for a few minutes. Y'all know I put the timestamps in there. And can y'all please tell me why I still ain't at 14,000 yet? It's upsetting me and my homegirls. I mean, if we can't go to Bella Noche, then where can we go? Where the fuck can we go? Can y'all please subscribe, like this video? I know it's Friday. I know y'all probably got y'all check. Y'all getting y'all nails done, going to get a Yanni steam, going to get you a bottle of Hennessy or Reposado, whatever you're going to do. But share my video. Share my video. Tell them to check out your best friend from St. Louis because we finna talk some shit real quick. And y'all know I put the timestamps in the comments. I don't know because I gotta go to brunch at 2:30 and then I'm going to the beach and may hop on the jet skis. So if the timestamp's not on there, can somebody just be my friend and put the timestamps? I try to do my work, Chad. I try to do it. Anyway. So first, what we gonna talk about? Let's talk about Chris. So y'all know Lexi been having her story on YouTube. I tried to review it and say a little something. I tapped out. I told you it's the it's Lexi voice for me. Exactly. I'm not trying to diminish her experience or her story, but I can't do it. Anyway, but I did watch this. She said that Chris Fletcher called her, right? This was actually, I listened to this last night while I was groovy as hell. So mind you, being groovy at the end of the night. And at the beginning of the video, she said, guess who called me? My biological father, Chris Fletcher. She said he reached out to her and was saying that he missed her. He missed her grandkids. He's heartbroken to know that she feels this way and anything he can do to help her reconcile with the family. They haven't spoken almost 2 years and, you know, all of the things. And then she said, psych. hear that shit. Because I was thinking, oh, that's really good. I'm glad that Chris, reached out to her and, have some sense of self. And he's trying to, get their family back together. Bitch, when I tell you when Lexi said psych, I was gooped and gagged. I was like, Lexi, that was a good one, friend Pooh. Exactly. So go follow Lexi's channel. Subscribe. Just subscribe. It don't cost you shit to subscribe, friend. Go subscribe to that girl channel so she can get some coins. Even if you're not interested in the story. Because not Chris Fletcher, your curly haired ass with your lemon pepper steppers on, looking like you was going to prom during that reunion. Bitch, I know you didn't call this girl, didn't say you want to see the grandkids, didn't apologize for shit. This girl done poured her heart out, if we think it's right or we think it's wrong. Your child is saying that she feels like she's being mistreated. Now, y'all know I have my other views about that. But as a parent, right or wrong, you still should try to rectify the situation with your child. Especially if she's on a huge platform talking about how she feel like you don't care about her. Baby, when I tell you, she said Chris Fletcher called her to say, don't talk about my mama. She said Chris Fletcher basically called her to say, don't mention his mother, her grandma. Don't mention your grandma on the channel. That was kind of odd to me because you don't give a fuck. Lexi done went through the whole family. She done talked about Miss Nell, Lance, her stepsisters, you. She done talked about everybody, but you draw the line when it comes to talking about your mama. Which, I mean, your mama is your mama. And you know how grown folks, even when I was growing up, we could, like with our mom or whatever, don't talk about her mama though. My mama quickly say, don't talk about my mama. That's my mama. Don't talk about my mama. Like, so even if you grown, I understand Chris Fletcher, like, bitch, you can go in on me and my family, but don't talk about my mama. But it's crazy that you called that girl to say don't talk about your mama, but you ain't trying to rectify the situation. But then again, we only hearing Lexi's side of the story. We don't know if Chris Fletcher said, oh, I want you to da-da-da. But she said psych. Like Chris Fletcher wasn't interested in trying to rectify their situation. But then again, I'm sorry, if you came on YouTube while I'm trying to build a career on a show and blasted me as a trash ass father, I don't know. Chris may be indifferent about the situation. Anyway, girl, that was crazy though. She did say that her husband had to unblock. No, she said her husband had blocked Chris Fletcher. Immediately, I was like, the Caucasian husband? Little Ben Affleck? Remember from the show? Now, I don't know how I feel about your Caucasian husband. Nothing wrong with Caucasians blocking your black ass daddy. But then I read in the comments, other people was like, shout out to her husband for protecting her. Black or white, all aside, maybe that man is protecting his wife and his wife's mental health and her well-being. Tell me what y'all think about that. Tell me what y'all think about Lexi's husband blocking Chris Fletcher. And tell me what y'all think about Chris Fletcher dog ass calling her just to say, you better not talk about my mama. Don't talk about my mama. I need something to drink. Anyway, speaking of something to drink, shout out to my subscribers who've already purchased their mugs, their wine glasses. I appreciate the orders. Friend, usually I try to get the orders out in a few days or whatever. But when I get back home on Monday, I'll ship the items. So thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. I appreciate it, y'all. Let's talk about Trish and Marquez. So tell me why Trish reposted, this was like last night, Trish reposted this post talking about, it was like a long paragraph from this other girl. I'm going to summarize it. It was basically saying everybody says a child needs a father. No, a child needs a safe father and a safe place and da-da-da-da-da. And then Trish was like, she shared it and was like, yeah, speak on it. So-and-so, hashtag love and marriage Huntsville. And then she tagged Ken. So was y'all allegedly breaking up for a storyline, or y'all just had like a 2 or 3 day argument like y'all always do? Because like they back following each other. She tagged him, and then on Ken's story, Ken is out with the girls. The girl from the other girl that he called his daughter, and Marquez's daughter. Marquez's daughter looked just like Marquez. on his story today. She's a pretty little girl, but she got that round face like Marquez and stuff. That's really cute. Anyway, so tell me, do y'all think that was all a scheme that Todd set up to come to us with the bullshit? As far as Trish and Ken, remember, allegedly breaking up and all of the things. I guess now since Marquez then crashed out, they back together. But Ken, wasn't you just promoting his business, you know, his little shirt and shit? I don't know, child. Love Marriage Huntsville is a cesspool. Let me hurry up and finish this. So like I said, Anthony Lofty's came back today to tell us what else happened and show us some video. He's a fool. I know. I read all of the comments. Y'all know I read all of my comments. So I read all of the comments. So it's apparent that the Jada Jewels, drop down in the comments and drop y'all jewels exactly. I thought I was live. Anyway, so it's apparent that a lot of y'all don't fuck with Anthony walking or riding. Exactly. I would appreciate it if y'all don't put people's names in the comments. You could say the blogger, the content creator, even if I'm saying it or whatever. I just don't want no smoke in the YouTube streets. Y'all know me. I just want to snickle and giggle and enjoy my life. Exactly. Go see a man about a dog. Y'all are really having a good time. I am really having a good time. Anyway, child. So back, let's get serious. Exactly. So basically, he was talking about how, you know, Wanda, at first she was trying to act like she didn't know why Anthony was there. He was giving like weird, it was all giving weird vibes or whatever. They put the cameras up. They wasn't gonna film Wanda's scene if he was there. So he went to the car, and I guess they seen him with his phone and stuff, and that's why security came over there with the bam, 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 and then it was gonna be a little razzle dazzle. So Anthony cut it off. However, he did come to us with some footage. I was thinking if they made him leave, based off of all of the recordings and stuff he had from Ariana and from other people or whatever, I was like, I know this man got some footage or something. So he did. He did. Baby, when I tell you it looked like a desolate, they was in a park, it was Wanda food truck, and it was about 12 people scattered, and it just looked like an old Western movie. You know when those hay bales like goo, like go by like tumble down are those tumbleweeds, you know what I'm saying? They go by the thing, girl. It just looked dry and boring. He said it was open to the public. The public said fuck it. The public was at Publix, baby, getting them some real food, because they ain't checking for your potatoes evidently unless they came later in the day. Like, girl. And then he showed us a video of, I guess, like it was like one little table with like a little shade over it, and then I guess that's where they were filming Tisha, Destiny, and Kimmy there. I don't know if we're gonna see that scene, but that scene looked dry. Girl, that scene looked dry as macaroni and cheese without no motherfucking eggs in it. Is eggs what keep the macaroni and cheese moist, or is it the butter? Anyway, nevertheless, I wonder if we're going to see the scene now, because Anthony didn't put all of the, you know what I'm saying? He didn't show us what the tea was. So if we see the scene and it looked like it's a popping event, we know that y'all probably called some people or something else happened, because we seen the raw footage, and the raw footage is tabula rasa, blank slate. Nobody's there. It wasn't no music, no kids, nothing. Wanda, you gotta sell more than them potatoes, child. You should at least barbecue some bratwurst and some hot dogs for the kids. Gave away free hot dogs. That would have been great. She should have had some balloons up there. She should have had a DJ set up. She should have been somebody on the side barbecuing balloons and giving out snow cones to the kids, so you can get the adults to come out and buy your food and support you, and then you give away the free food to the kids. Girl, why do I have to do everything? I'm gonna stop going down to the trenches of Bessemer, because I feel like I gotta fix everything. I can't fix them chitlin potatoes, but I mentioned a tripe potato. Low key, Wanda, if you knew what was good for you, you would start frying some tripe and make some sell some tripe sandwiches. I might really take my ass right on down there. I could go for a tripe sandwich right now. Ooh. Shout out to, it is 314 day. Do y'all eat tripes? Do y'all eat tripe in other cities? Is that just a St. Louis thing? Or is that a down south thing? Did y'all mama used to boil some tripe? Boil some tripe, take it out, fry it, get some onions, pickles if you like it, some mustard and some white bread. Baby, I would kill for a tripe sandwich. I'm hungry, y'all. Sorry, I'm gonna go to brunch. Okay, so that's what happened. At the end of the video, he told us the whole plot for the new season. I guess because he been gossiping with Miss Wanda, and you know Miss Wanda be running her mouth. Get her a bottle of Grey Goose, and we'll learn everything. He said that it's gonna be Tisha. He said a lot of shit, but he said it's gonna be Tisha and Miss Nell might get into it. Or Destiny and Miss Nell might get into it, because you know at the reunion, Miss Nell looked like she wasn't feeling Destiny because she lied to her about her age and shit. So, because Mel gone, and we know Tisha and Kimmy ace boom coom, Tisha, I feel like Tisha know that Destiny is kind of messy, but Tisha is using Destiny right now as her vessel to hate. Like she did with Mel. I think she gonna do the same thing with Miss Nell. She gonna put the battery in Destiny back. Miss Nell. Karma is a fat ass lace front wearing big pin curl bitch. Girl, Miss Nell, that's what you get. That's what you get, friend. That is what you get. Miss BBL Nell. That's what they call you. That's what they call you. Not me. Your best friend from St. Louis would not call you a BBL bitch with a big weave. That's what the people was calling you. Baby. But not you. Crossed the mail last season. Got up at their reunion. Cried and blamed Mel for you not spending more time with your mom before she passed. Went against the grain. And now this season, because they ain't gonna turn on each other. Because the Scotts are never gonna turn on each other. The only option they have is Destiny and you. I already told y'all I thought it was some beef brewing between the Scotts and Nell and Chris Fletcher, because Chris Fletcher was talking about how the Scotts don't never finish their business or whatever, when Miss Nell was asking him about his new brokerage. You know, Chris opening a new brokerage in North Huntsville. Remember, he went to go see Marceau, and he needs a new building because his agents need somewhere to go. And Miss Nell was asking him, it was in a deleted scene, why don't he ask Marceau them to help him build his new brokerage and shit. And he was like, they don't finish projects, and bitch, I'm trying to move in 2025. So I was like, I know the Scotts gonna pick that up and be like, is that shade, Chris? Yes, that's shade, baby. Exactly. So I already felt like the Fletchers and the Scotts had a little, you know, some shit brewing. Speaking of the Scotts, I might post this later. Girl, Tisha posted another reel of like, hey, if you're looking to invest in, come to Huntsville, holler at Scope Realty. You know how she pronounced realty. Anyway, girl, her outfit was cute though. Her outfit was real cute. But I noticed the office spaces weren't done. And then she showed the inside of a building, and it looked like that same video that was on, that same building that was on last season that wasn't complete. The one that Marceau and Chris Fletcher filmed at after they got into it at the field day. Bitch, so Tisha, are you giving us evidence that y'all know y'all don't finish no damn projects? Because the office space wasn't finished. Is Kimmy restaurant finished? Girl, I guess. Tell me what y'all think about all of that, T-Child. It'll be crazy if Tisha go against Nell, and if Destiny go against Nell, that'll be crazy, because Lance, I know you're not finna let your old boom thing, your old main thing, your old fling go against your mama and Miss Nell daughters and Kiki. Baby, now this is good. Come closer, man. If Tisha and Destiny do try to go at Miss Nell, remember after the little bachelorette party when Kiki and the daughter was talking about how Destiny was acting, knowing that she used to mess with Lance? Baby, Tisha and Destiny, y'all can try to go against Miss Nell, because that's what it's giving, and we already know that Kimmy got in a little, tit for tat with Miss Nell at the trip. But don't think Miss Nell out here alone. Miss Nell, now this is your karma for being a dog-ass friend to Melody. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. If they drag Miss Nell by their lace front next season, this your karma, Miss Nell. However, I hope y'all don't think y'all finna drag Miss Nell and her daughter and Kiki. Is her niece named Kiki? Or is Miss Nell niece the one she take care of? Is her name Kiki? I don't know, but what I will tell you is she's a big girl. She's a big girl, and I don't think she gonna let your motherfucking ass just talk about Miss Nell or y'all try to gang up on Miss Nell. So now I would love to see that Tisha and Destiny try to give Miss Nell some razzle dazzle, and then the niece come up and the daughter come up and say, hold up, ho. Hold up, Dirty Destiny from Detroit. This ain't what you want, bitch. Girl, I don't know. Tell me if y'all gonna watch it. I know a lot of y'all said y'all not gonna watch it. Even if I don't watch it or whatever, I'll watch it like the bootleg version on YouTube, so I won't get them no views. Anyway, on to other things. Let's talk about Nene real quick. Did y'all watch Nene's podcast? Tell me if y'all go watch it, because if so, then I'll keep reviewing it. I'm gonna keep watching it anyway. I made an executive decision for myself, child. So tell me if y'all gonna still watch it. Then I'll know to come and talk to y'all about it. So she's still doing. Y'all already know she got that podcast with Sierra called Me and My Homegirl. A lot of people was saying Sierra was talking a lot. Sierra was drunk. She was talking. I feel like some of her questions were like out of context. It was giving more like you talking to Bambi or Erica Mena or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not your friend that you could talk about how many times do you give head. You know what I'm saying? It's certain set of friends. If you got a classy set of friends who y'all don't talk about sex and stuff all of the time, don't make her uncomfortable by talking about that shit on no podcast. You know how you have certain friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, he bent my motherfucking knees to my head, girl. I can't even move today. You know what I'm saying? You got a set of friends where you can tell shit that like that too. And then you got a set of friends who a little bit more demure. You know, she don't talk about shit like that. And I get it. So I really think that Sierra was making Nene uncomfortable. And some people just told Nene, girl, you need to do your own thing because it'll be more successful. If I'm being perfectly honest, and y'all know I love Sierra, go shop Ghetto Girl Eats. Her seasoning is the truth. I live and die by her seasonings, child. And if she come out with some cookware, anything, I'm buying. However, I don't think that the podcast was a good thing for Sierra. If I'm being honest, after watching this one episode with Nene, I would much rather watch Nene with somebody else versus Nene with Sierra. Nene is much better by herself than with Sierra. So on the podcast, Carlos was on there for like the first half, and then Michelle Atl, I believe that's her name. She's a content creator. She was on there, and she's a friend of Nene. I see them out. She's always out with Nene. As a matter of fact, I think, I'm not 100% sure, but when I lived in Buckhead, I seen Nene at the nail shop or whatever, and she was with another lady who's similar to her, but I'm not 100%. I was just paying attention to Nene. And she had on her signature jeans with her little white shirt or whatever. So I was like, oh my God, that's Nene. I was trying not to be weird. Anyway, so Carlos' part, it was okay. He asked her, was she feeling any of the Housewives? You know, Nene always say that she don't watch the Housewives. She did say there would be no Portia if there was no Nene. Nene, I love me some Nene, but I hate when older people hate on the young people. I mean, Nene is 1,000% right. There wouldn't be a Portia if there wasn't a Nene, because Nene was the first and the greatest housewife to me. However, let's not act like the addition of Phaedra, that was cool. Phaedra didn't really come into her own. I feel like the season that really just put Housewives over the top, because we had Candy come on season 2. I think Phaedra came on season 3 or something like that. But it really wasn't until we got Kenya and Portia. Kenya and Portia, coupled with the Candy, Phaedra, and Nene and Cynthia, is what really set like Housewives off. Like season 6 was the best season of Housewives, period, to me. Out of all the cities, out of all the seasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Nene, even though you are that girl and it wouldn't be none of them other girlies if it wasn't for you, don't try to diminish what she's doing now. You know what I'm saying? By saying, oh, I was the first. Bitch, we know you were the first. But at this juncture, Portia is that girl and Portia is Center Peach. Let her be. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like Nene was low-key kind of hating because her and Portia still got their little beef going on, and because Nene want to be back on the Housewives. Yeah, I said it. It needed to be said, and I love Nene to death, but I do feel like she still, you know, she would, if they offered her the chance to be back, I feel like Nene would go back. Rightfully so, though, because that's what we need, y'all. Anyway, Carlos was throwing a little shade. You know, he always make it about him. He was talking about how some reality TV stars, the reason why reality TV is not as good anymore is because they cater to their fans and stuff, and they not being their authentic self, yada, yada, yada. Carlos King, I don't know if that was low-key trying to like shade Mel once again, but I was over it. And this is not because I feel some type of way about Carlos, but I feel like the part with Michelle ATLian, and I don't watch her channel. I seen like maybe 1 or 2 of her videos, but I don't regularly watch her channel. I'm not sure if I'm even subscribed to her channel. But what I will say is I liked the second half with her talking to Michelle a lot more than I liked her talking to Carlos. And it was good. They talked about a lot of stuff. They talked about Simon. Nene gonna say, because Simon is a good friend of mine. How is Simon doing? And the girl was saying he got an immigration lawyer and da-da-da-da. I was like, that is so shady. Nene is so shady. Like, you still feel, she definitely feels some type of way about Portia. Exactly. Portia, pimping Portia. Shout out, y'all better go. Somebody send the alarms out for player ass Portia. What are Portia fans called? The playettes? The pimping peas? What? We gotta give Portia fans a name, child. Anyway, she also, when she was talking to Carlos though, she also said that she not feeling any of the housewife girlies, none of the old new ones. Everybody is starless. That's what she was giving. She said that she liked Jada Waiter, little baby mama. She said she used to live next door to him. Shout out to Jada. Jada, you got that coin if you living next to Nene. She said that she liked Jada, she liked Ari, she liked Tay, Arrogant Tay, the hairstylist or whatever. She said she feel like they the new wave. They like the new wave of the it girls, you know, and the, you know, influencers and stuff. So that was a big look. If I'm Jada and Ari and them, the next day I'm like, yeah, Nene said I was that bitch. I be feeling good today, child. She talked about Trump. She said she wouldn't vote. She said I worked for Trump, but I wouldn't vote for him a day in my life. Shout out to Nene. I'm glad she clarified exactly, because a lot of these men who have worked with Trump before, we know some of these black rappers, and 50 Cent, you not exempt either. Nelly, the rest of you whores, Soulja Boy, Snoop Dogg, we ain't forgot. So I'm glad Nene drew a line in the sand and was like, I don't fuck with him walking or riding. Fuck that blonde toupee hair bitch. She said that, what else she said? I thought it was funny. She started talking about that girl, Baby Doll and Future. So in case y'all don't know, y'all gotta follow the Young Blogs. I'll repost on my Instagram, so make sure you follow me on Instagram. So the girl Baby Doll is like a career side girl. She used to be like 200 something pounds. She lost a lot of weight, got a BBL. Now she the it girl. She best with Future. Was it Neo? It was a bunch of celebrities. Yeah, I think it was it Neo that she put on blast? I don't know. But she is infamous for fucking with all of these rappers and these celebrities. Lately, she been putting Future on blast on the internet and saying she gonna drag him and do all of the things. So Michelle and Nene was talking about it. Baby, Nene was like, Future told her that it was, Baby Doll said that Future told her that he had a PR relationship with the girl or something. Nene was like, these young girls cannot be stupid. You know you a side chick. You signed up to be a side chick. She was like, and just because he got you an AP watch, that don't mean nothing. Basically, stop selling your coochie for an AP watch. It was giving good auntie advice. But I had to clock Nene T. It was funny, though. It was funny. It was giving, Nene is entertaining. This was like true, authentic Nene in her element. Whereas when she was with Sierra, I felt like Sierra was tainting her mood and she couldn't really, you know, be Nene. So I love the commentary she was giving on Baby Doll. It was like, y'all side bitches need to stop being side bitches and letting him tell you anything. It ain't a PR relationship, and don't let this man get that good kitty cat or get even a quarter pound of cat for an AP watch. I was like, okay, Nene, you better talk to the girlies. You better talk to the girlies. But the value of an AP, the retail value of an AP watch is over $10,000. Are you giving up the cat to Future for over $10,000? They can rain a bus down. I don't know. Tell me how much an AP watch is, the range. I know they ain't cheap. Is you giving up the cat to what's his name, Nevadius, to Future for over $10,000? I ain't go, yeah. Baby, Future can put my ankles to my ears. What you say? What did you say, Future? Baby, thanks for the watch. Finna go sell it. No, I'm just playing, y'all. Anyway, but when Nene was, it was real funny though. But when Nene was talking, I was thinking, Nene, did you forget that we seen you get that watch from that dude too? What was Nene? Remember when Nene got divorced from what's his name, John? When Nene and Greg divorced, and Nene was messing with that Italian dude that Marlo was allegedly trying to bribe and stuff later on. Remember he got that watch, got her that watch, and she was like, it's getting weird, but I need this watch. So Nene, don't hate on the young girlies. Let these young girlies get their APs and pop their cat and do whatever the hell they want to do. Exactly. If you want to go pop some cat on South Beach for an AP, then do what you go do, Baby Doll or Doll Face or whatever the fuck her name is. Anyway, but like I said, the podcast was entertaining. Nene, I got my notifications on, baby. All notifications. I'm going to be here for Nene podcast. And I like her with Michelle A.T. I was here for it. You can tell they got a genuine friendship. Let's talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta real quick, and then I'm going to wrap this up. Girl, Dennis motherfucking ass, Dennis McKinley, Frog Eyes, Portia baby father, baby. So y'all know Drew, sister Allison, was talking about how fake Portia is on the internet, because we know that Portia gonna end up going in on Drew, and so Portia gonna go in on Drew because they already dropped the clips, and I don't like that. A lot of people keep talking about Portia, how she go in on Drew? How she go in on Drew? She did the same thing. Guess what? Portia did do the same thing with Fallon. But because Portia trash, that don't negate the fact that Drew wrong. Like, why is everybody still going in on Portia? Drew still is wrong. I don't give a blank if Portia was sucking Simon Zick in the bathroom, baby. I don't care. At this juncture, as far as Drew is concerned, Portia was nothing but a friend to Drew. She didn't do anything to Drew. She actually picked Drew dusty ass. Drew wasn't dusty, but they was clowning her wigs and calling her dusty. So Portia literally picked Drew up, dusted her off, gave her some Go Naked Her, told her, made her one of the ambassadors of Go Naked Her. And we know that Portia her be slayed to the gods. And Drew her been nice too lately. So Portia was nothing but a friend to you. And even still, Drew was calling Portia to come back on the show. And then you go blindside me and play in my face with my baby daddy? No. Drew was wrong. Drew was dead wrong. And everybody like, Portia got the nerve to talk. Portia got the nerve to talk. You're damn right she got the nerve to talk. This might be her karma, but Drew still needs to be called out for being a fake ass bitch. I'm sorry. I still would have skull drug. I would have skull drug Drew. I don't give a damn. I don't care if me and my baby daddy ain't messing around or nothing. It's just the principle of it. That you was being hella disloyal and I was being nice to you when I ain't have to be nice to you. She didn't have to dust Drew's wig, refurbished wigs, and give her go naked her. Anyway, so Drew's sister Allison been dragging Portia on the internet about it. So Allison was, tagging Portia saying you fake, yada, 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 and all of the things. Baby, tell me why Dennis came up and tagged Allison, Drew's sister. Dennis came up, tagged Allison, and said, Allison, not too much on my BM, not too much on my baby mama Portia. He was like, I would hate to have to push Drew album back, because he the producer on Drew album. He said, I would hate to have to push Drew album back, and it's a classic. That Dennis said, y'all bet not fuck with Player P. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Know your place, ho. Know your place. Know your place. Baby, I was here for that. They be talking. They should put Dennis on the show. I don't care. And usually I don't like when the men be involved. And usually I would say this is sassy and all of the things. But Dennis funny. Dennis is funny. And Dennis is entertaining. I am sorry. Call it what you want to. Give us Dennis. Come on and be Demetria. Peter was Patricia. I'm here for Dennis coming on and being Demetria, because Dennis is a kiki. Dennis is a cackle, baby. So Drew, you better call your sister Allison. He said, you talking all that shit, bitch. Don't talk too much on my baby mama. I'ma push your sister album back. So now what? Y'all better shut the fuck up now. I bet you Portia got that good coochie. Y'all be hating on my good sister. But Portia got that good. She got Simon spiraling. He done twirled his way right on into ICE detention. Because he was missing that coochie. Baby Dennis, he twice removed from the coochie. And he still said, bitch, I done worked on this album with your ass. But Drew, I put you on ice. Tell your sister stop talking about my baby mama. I like how Dennis ride for Portia, even though Portia was getting ready to slap the dog shit. Portia was getting ready to drag your mama. Baby, Portia got that kryptonite coochie. Portia dropped it. Portia, if you watching, girl, get in my DMs. Tell me what Yanni herbs you be using and shit. Anyway. Tell me what y'all think about Dennis taking up for Portia like that. That was cute. And I love the fact that I don't know if he feels like this, but he probably don't want to see Portia get drugged on TV like that, because his daughter got to see that. And you could tell he's really close to his daughter and they have a good relationship. I was like, okay. I like that. Anyway, girl, Shamia did her interview. Shamia been going on an interview tour. So I guess Portia went on her press tour when the premiere dropped, and now it's Shamia's turn. Shamia said she was closest to Kelly. She said that she loves Candy. She said Candy is the one who inspired her to get out and pop her shit and stop being so humble and stuff. She also said that her and Portia did have like a little battle, a test of time, but they still in a good place. She said she loves Portia and she'll always be one of Portia's #1 fans. So that was good that she's still speaking, you know what I'm saying, positive about them. So we know that they're gonna have a little tit for tat or whatever on the show. So it's good that they still maintain a friendship and they got that, like they got love at the end of the day. She said they asked her about Phaedra, which y'all know I want to know. She said that they had a cordial relationship. She said Phaedra came in with good energy. So I guess her and Phaedra ain't gonna have no drama. She said she forgives, but she don't forget. Because Phaedra is the one who was like, basically started the rumor that Shamia and Candy was allegedly messing around. All this is allegedly, and in my opinion, they never denied it. They never denied that they never had sex, Shamia and Candy, which we don't know. I don't give a damn. Is that I honestly don't care if they did or whatever, but I don't know. So they also asked her how she feel about Portia and Phaedra, becoming freaking frack. And she was like, well, if that's what Portia feel like she need a frack. And she was like, then I don't care. So she was pretty much indifferent about it. That's what she was saying. But to me, her face told another story. I feel like she was a tad bit bothered, but I felt like she just didn't say it. If you look at the interview, notice her facial expression when she's talking, and it's not as happy and bubbly as Shamia usually is. You know what I'm saying? Or how she was during the rest of the interview. Baby, she did speak on Britt Edie. And tell me why she said Britt Edie spoke on her daughter. I said, what? Britt Edie. Now, Britt Edie ain't did nothing wrong to me. She didn't piss in my Cheerios. So I ain't got nothing against Britt Edie. However, Britt Edie, girl, I know you wasn't out there talking about her child. Is this why everybody hates you, bitch? Because, first of all, half of the fans already don't like you because you the reason why we ain't got no confessionals from Kenya. Bitch, I know you not on here talking about nobody kids. Girl, I don't know. Do y'all like Britt Edie? Drop down. If y'all ain't gonna do nothing, comment and tell me if y'all like Britt Edie. Because I want to see how many people at the beginning like Britt Edie and then how many people ain't gonna like her by the, by the end of this thing. Because whatever you did to Kenya, shut Kenya off. Now Team Twirl pissed off at you. And I know you ain't. Shamia is like a fan favorite as of now. Bitch, I know you ain't on here talking about nobody kids. Because if so, people really ain't gonna be here for you. I don't know. Tell me. And tell me what you think, friend. Anyway, so last but not least, I'm gonna tell y'all about Tamar real quick, and then I'm finna go. I've been here for, right, and my reservation is in 40 minutes. I still got time. I still got time. So Tamar went to, so TS Madison has this podcast called Fag Talk, P-H-A-G Talk. Her co-host is Craig. He's more mild-mannered and demure, straightforward or whatever. And then TS Madison is, you know, bigger than like TS Madison, the TS that we love. So they going on a tour, like a live tour, like Tasha K, where they have like a live audience. Ken Pyre, for those of y'all who love Ken Pyre, shout out to him. So they going on a live tour. So at one of the stops of the tour, I believe this was in Atlanta, Tamar shows up. Tamar Braxton. Tamar shows up and she has the mic and she's basically trying to check Craig because Craig said that her sisters should check Tamar for how she acting the things that she said. I forgot what the specific event was, but Craig was saying, hey, you know, somebody who loves her or who's close to her like her sister needs to hold her accountable. Tamar is in the audience in the middle of this live show and basically is checking him. Like, bitch, how you gonna tell me that my sisters need to so and so and so and so and all of the other stuff? So Craig gets the mic too, and now both of them had a mic and they going back and forth amongst the show. And it's like a bunch of drama or whatever. So amidst them like talking back and forth, he was like, okay, well, you said what you gonna say, now let me talk. And Tamar was like, okay, girl. And he was like, don't do girl. Don't call me no girl, because if I disrespect you, they're going to be saying that I disrespect black women and I hate black women. And she said, and then Tamar, she kept going. She was like, okay, well, you got your titties out. She was, you know, she was playing in his face. And she was pissing him off, but you could tell he was trying to keep it professional because you literally at my job. You know what I'm saying? And then T.S. Madison was trying to mediate it and was like, okay, Tamar, let my sister talk and y'all calm down. Let my sisters get through this, so and so and so and so on. So T.S. Madison was playing Switzerland and just trying to keep the peace and keep it cute. They ended it with Craig trying to keep it cute, and then he went on his YouTube page and told the story and was basically saying, from the bloggers that I listened to, they was basically like, Craig could really give it and he was really gonna read the dog shit out of her, but he didn't want to fuck it up with Madison or be unprofessional and read Tamar like that. And a lot of people was clowning Tamar like, bitch, that's some messy shit to come to his job in the audience and talk shit about him. And he couldn't really go in on you like that. So, this is what I think. Because Tamar came back and doubled down. First of all, I was thinking, Tamar, that is messy, bitch. Tamar said they kept giving her the mic and she declined the mic. So it was giving, if she declined the mic, she didn't even want to be involved with this messy shit. But somebody on y'all production or somebody on T.S. Madison's team wanted Tamar to have the mic to say what the fuck she had to say. So this was not necessarily on Tamar like she was clout chasing, because she said she declined the mic, but they kept asking her to take the mic. So a lot of the content creators, the male content creators, was like, okay, now, you know, women, this is why we say we really don't fuck with women, because once we get into an argument, now it's girl, now it's you got your titties out, referring to him as a woman and doing all of the things. Which on one hand, I really understand that, because my gay male friends aren't flamboyant. They not the flamboyant type. They the professional type. You wouldn't even know they gay unless they told you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, now when we get on, you know, when we get out, you know what I'm saying? We popping on the handstand. But on a regular basis, they don't do that, and I don't call them girl. You know, they ain't here for that. And I wouldn't disrespect them like that, because that's just not how they present. You know what I'm saying? So if Craig don't present like that and he don't know you like that, bitch, you shouldn't have been calling him girl and saying get your titties out and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I understand why a lot of gay males feel like they be an accessory, or they don't like that bullshit, because I do see girls that be like, yes, girl, whatever, you is so, and no, bitch, he ain't one of those. I be saying that with my friend, like, he's not one of those. Don't come up to my friend like that, because that's not what he on. You know what I'm saying? And bitch, you don't even know him like that. That's reserved for me, bitch. Anyway, so I get that. But then on the other hand, we have to, on the other hand, that's exactly how black women feel. Not black women, but all women. We feel when a gay male just call us fish out the blue, or a cis woman. Girl, you seen fish over there, bitch. Don't call me fish. I don't even know you. The Atlanta boys got that bad. When I lived in Atlanta, all the gay boys used to just call me fish all the time. Bitch, I don't know you like that. And my gay friends don't call me fish. So stop playing with me. Exactly. So I see how everybody feels on both sides. You know what I'm saying? It was disrespectful as fuck for Tamar to do that shit, baby. And then Tamar came and doubled down and was like, I ain't think it was a big deal. I was with my gay boys at a gay show, and the show is called Fag Talk. So I feel like it was okay to talk fag talk. I was like, what, bitch? I said, what? I was thinking, baby, Armand them gonna drag you. Shout out to Spill It Boy TV, because, and y'all know I love James Caldwell, Spill It Boy TV. He's probably he has the best coverage of this situation that I've heard. And I've watched like probably 5 different bloggers or whatever. Y'all know I be on YouTube all of the time. I don't watch a lot of Love and Marriage Huntsville stuff, because I don't want to convolute what I'm doing. Most of the time, I watch other people's channels who talk about other shit. A lot of LGBTQ stuff. Do y'all watch Chasing Atlanta and stuff? And Chasing Dallas? That's T, friend. Anyway, but I love James Caldwell, Spiller Boy TV, his coverage on the situation. He went ahead and read Tamar down, bitch, because the audacity of you to sit up there and be like, I was at a show called Fag Talk with my gay friends, and that's the gay lingo, and that. I was like, bitch, you just as bad as the gay boys that call all the girls fish. Don't do that, Tay-Tay. Don't do that. Don't do it, girl. Tell me what y'all think about Tamar. Is she being messy? I don't know. Between Dr. Heavenly and Tamar, y'all making us look bad. Y'all making us look bad. Exactly. Anyway, so shout out to shout out to Spiller Boy TV and the content creators covering Tamar acting a damn fool. All us don't act like that. Don't call me fish and I won't play in your face talking about your titties out, girl. Exactly. Because all of us not on that. Exactly. And don't be going up to all gay men talking about, hey girl, what's the tea? And then get the fuck, baby, he is a project manager. Get the fuck out his face. Get the fuck out my friend face with that shit, bitch. Exactly. Anyway, y'all, so I had a good time. I'm finna go and enjoy the rest of my day. I know I talked about a lot of shit, but I wanted to get all of the tea out. All of my notes is out. Tomorrow we'll talk about Ready to Love, Family Business New Orleans. I did watch that. It was so good. It was so good. So tomorrow we're gonna talk about family business. What I say, family business, Ready to Love, and I'm gonna see if my brother ready to do Raising Canaan. I'm waiting on him to do Raising Canaan, child. Exactly. So if it's a problem, girl, D is the one holding us up. Y'all will meet him soon. Anyway, so tell me what y'all think about all the Love and Marriage Huntsville shit, Wanda causing problems. Like I said, it's a lot of extra YouTube beef going on the Scott-a-lot side. I ain't even get into that because that ain't none of my motherfucking business, but Wanda is the nucleus. I wonder, are they even gonna show her scene, baby? Miss Nell, you might be on the chopping block too. Tell me, do y'all think Chris Fletcher was wrong for reaching out to Lexi? Talking about, you better not talk about my mama. Trish and Marquez shit. Tell me what y'all thought about Nene's podcast. Dennis taking up for Portia. Drew, you better tread lightly, ho. You treading on the line of disrespect. Anyway, it was nice, friend. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you comment. I'm gonna be drinking my cocktail, so if I misspell some words when I comment back, it's not my heart, it's the Hennessy. No. I'm just playing. I'll talk to you later. Bye, friend.